Hey, what's up, life leaders? Today we're going to talk about Zen practice. What is Zen practice? Well, what is Zen first? Zen is the thing that has 1,000 names, but you can't name it. It's like the Tao. So Zen, the Japanese word that comes from the Chinese word Chan, that comes from the Indian Sanskrit word dhyana, that means meditation. So Indian dhyana, Chinese Chan, Japanese Zen. So it means meditation, but also means a quality of presence, a quality of connecting, but also disconnecting from the world. It's inner peace, it's tranquility, it's a calmness, it's a lack of stress, anxiety, depression, it's a balance. We say a place is Zen, means it's peaceful, it's calm. Or we want to declutter our room, make it Zen. But Zen is a practice. If you see again the words that I use, tranquility, calmness, peace, clarity, it seems to go against whatever we're living in current situations now, which is April of 2021, but also a quality that characterizes Western society, a kind of busyness, an artificial kind of complexity that the human brain has created to justify itself, somehow it seems. So what is the antidote to this manufactured busyness that makes us feel more important? I have a lot of things to do, so I must be important. I have a lot of responsibilities. I mean, some people do have responsibilities, of course, and they have my highest respect for managing or trying to meet these responsibilities. And again, Zen as an idea is an antidote to this, is the opposing end. But what can we do as a Zen practice? What's the Zen practice? A Zen practice is anything, well, not anything, just some specific things I'm going to mention that help us in the middle of chaos, in the middle of this busyness and stressful living and anxiety and a bit of fear and a bit of depression, a bit of stress, what's happening. One can help us. What could help us come to a point of a settled point of peace inside us, something that will bring us closer to our natural state of being, which is calmness, because we are herbivore, peaceful, slow-moving animals by nature, and our state of being is this: unless there's an emergency, we have to flee from a predator. So suddenly, from being in nature, living a more peaceful, more balanced life, we find ourselves within just a few centuries living in really busy, artificial living circumstances, surrounded by importance and busyness and complexity that we created. We had to create, but we didn't have to make it a way of living. And of course, some people are naturally better at managing this kind of day-to-day busyness, but some others are crushed by it, are crushed by depression, stress, the need to compete, to survive. So what's the Zen practice? How can we go from the busy kind of stress, pressure, to a more centered, inner peace, calm state of being? Meditation, of course. Meditation is one of the most powerful practices ever. And meditation you need to learn with a teacher. You can't learn from a tape. You have to learn from a book. You have to study meditation. It's not, I read a book. It's something that takes some time, because in theory it goes against everything else we're doing. And people have some ideas, I can't stop my brain, I can't stop my mind. That's not what it is. Meditation again is a quality of presence that you need to sit with a teacher and with a group to learn it, ideally. I'm not saying that it's impossible to learn it other way, but it's not I'm putting a tape and I'm doing meditation. That's a different thing. It does help, any kind of relaxation tapes and guided relaxation of the body with music and with pictures. And any of this is good. What else is a Zen practice? It's really every practice that we put ourselves into it and we do it consistently, trying to be of one mind. This is what we call mindfulness, is a way to see this. So I'm putting my mind into whether I'm cooking. I could be cooking something, or I could be doing some gardening. I put myself into this thing that I'm doing. Of course, there's going to be other thoughts that are going to be competing for our attention. What happened later? What's going to happen later? What happened earlier? But the idea is to try to focus and really put our body and mind and heart into what we're doing. This could be a conversation with a friend, listening to somebody. It could be playing music of some sort, could be singing, could be walking in nature, could be artwork, could be washing the dishes. But this is what I'm doing. But ideally, if you find for yourself something that suits you, but you have to spend a little bit of time, just a visit to a group is not going to, it's unlikely to tell you whether this is beneficial or good for you. Ideally, Oriental practices like meditation, gentler forms of martial arts like Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, of course. Yoga is an amazing practice of 2,500 to 3,000 years old. It's an amazing way to practice Zen and to go into yourself and find this peace. Also gentler forms of training like Pilates, that is based on yoga. Even martial arts, if done in a certain way, traditional martial arts, not competitive kickboxing. Ideally, traditional forms of martial arts are Zen practices. And so is a lot of other Oriental practices like calligraphy, like ikebana, which is the Japanese art of flower arranging. Any kind of artwork, any kind of music, any kind of writing, poetry, writing, putting your thoughts down. And it's something that you decide that you're going to take a little bit of time every day. I know you may be very busy, have a lot of obligations, responsibilities in what you do, and you may be caring for others, for your family. But as I said again and again in previous videos, the people that really love you and care for you as you care for them will allow you to have this mini kind of holiday, mini chunks of time for yourself. I'm not saying just drop everything and go away for a week. That's impossible for a lot of people. But we can all find 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour per day. Even if it is a 20-minute practice of daily putting myself into this state of mind. I'm just going to do some breathing. Another amazing way to relax, concentrate, meditate. It's a Zen practice, breathing consciously. Breathing is an automatic function of our nervous system. But if we put ourselves into it and we do some breathing exercises, it becomes a Zen practice as well. So of course this is a huge topic, and this is just like a 10-12 minute introduction to this. There will be more videos, and you can go and see my other videos in life leaders development on YouTube. Life leaders development on YouTube. Please subscribe and join me on this journey of leadership. It's up to you what you practice and what you do. Take care.